The Discovery Hub is a small team within Converge that's completely funded by the NHS Trust. The aim of the Discovery Hub is to employ peer support and access workers who are here to help people make the transition from local community mental health teams into Converge, but we also support people to use this environment as a platform to the local community so that we can help people to reclaim their identity and move on into kind of future activities of interest as part of that journey through Converge. Setting up the Discovery Hub and leading it over the last few years has been a really exciting and interesting project. One of the big decisions we made fairly early on was to change the name of the team workers from peer support and access workers to learning and access workers. We did this to reflect that you have a wider identity than just mental health illness, and we wanted to allow that recovery to take place not only within the team but for the students that we're supporting as well as part of the overall journey.
It's really good fun working for the Discovery Hub and with Converge, because every day is totally different and all the people are different that we work with, and it's really rewarding as well. So it's just great to see somebody come along and just change completely on the time that we work with them, through finding things that they're interested in, things that inspire them. So it's great just to watch somebody become the person they used to be again, and feel like they've got their confidence back. They can go back out and live a life again.
The fact that we'll tap in and listen to what the individual is wanting and asking. We look at actually what it is that they're wanting to try and go out and set out and achieve, and if they don't know what that might be just yet, that we can actually get in and talk to them about that. So on an average day, what I might find is that I'm checking in with one of our learners. We will have a check-in, we'll find out how they're getting on, if they're achieving their goals that they've set out that they're wanting to achieve, if there's anything that maybe needs re-looking at, re-evaluating, if there's something else that they're maybe wanting to look into doing, or that they're not doing or are doing, and we'll generally have a conversation and map out a journey or any other tweaks and pathways with that learner.
To give an example of what my day-to-day job's like, today for example, this morning I had a meeting at the library in the city centre because they have a cafe there, and one of my learners is interested in doing some volunteering in the cafe. So we went along there and had a meeting with the manager just to talk about what she might do if she starts there. And then what I would normally do is come back to the office, write up those notes, because we keep everything on a system, so that we know we can keep track of what's happening and reflect back as well. And then I came back to St John's and had a meeting with one of my learners downstairs in the main sort of open reception area of the university, that's an example of how we work and we meet people here in the university, so rather than like going out and meeting them in a doctor's surgery or a hospital waiting room or something. So it's all very much, we're kind of like, we're running as an education provider.
Another time it could be that a learner is already embarked, they're already on a course, they might need some extra support, which might mean that I might step in and come in with them, support them on that course in any manner that they need when we look at it.
I had an appointment with one of my learners who is interested in applying to do a degree course here. She's got a lot of other stuff going on in her life at the moment, so we talked about if it's the right time for her to do this. She's actually decided that it's not the right time, so that's fine. I can put her on hold, she can go off and sort everything out that she needs to sort out, probably come back to us in a year's time. And then this afternoon I've been to a creative writing class run by one of the Converge tutors, and that's a really nice part of my job. I get to go to some of the Converge courses as a student, but I'm also there to help out if anyone needs a bit of extra help.
One of the things I like is getting to meet new and different people, finding out what it is that they're wanting to do and what they're wanting to achieve, and if there's a way that I can participate in helping them on that journey to achieve those goals that they're wanting to do. I'll also enjoy the flexibility and the movement within the job, which allows me to be able to work with our learners or students. It also allows me then to do the creative elements myself, being one of the tutors at Converge. It gives me time to do that, as well as other projects. It allows me to be able to even set up projects which then we can engage with our learners if needs be, if they just need a special one-to-one time.
The most rewarding aspect of the work is helping people to find hope, helping people to find things that they really love doing, and by finding something that they enjoy, they do find hope again. They find reasons to get out of the house, reasons to get up in the morning, and I love it, and I love seeing people go through that.
One of the most rewarding aspects of the work is seeing one of our learners develop over their journey with us, achieving to a point of their goals that they've set out to do, and seeing that transition from when they maybe first started to where they are currently now or have achieved.
What's different about this service is that it's, one of the main differences is as we're based here at St John's University, we are identified as being part of an education provider, and we're part of the community.
One of the other things I enjoy as well is obviously the team and our colleagues, and how we all get on and support each other, and we'll have a laugh and we can quiz each other and question each other and try and figure out any issues or problems that might be going on with one of our learners and discuss it all. I also like that we can get to work with our learner in a manner that we perhaps see fit, and that we're not overshadowed in a mass depth that tells us you can do this and you can't do that. We can get to sort of try and play around with ideas and test things out, obviously with the learner agreeing. And by doing that, sometimes we find elements that will work and maybe some elements that don't work, or there's something that's we can pass on to one of our other colleagues to maybe test and challenge with one of their learners. So there's always a pool of information and different ways of working that we can sort of play around with.
I feel really lucky to be here leading the Discovery Hub for Converge. The key ingredients of running this team have been to make it really fun, flexible and dynamic, because if the staff group are feeling happy within their job roles, and then they're going to do a great job with the people that they work with.